You're watching Barnstable This Morning. Joining me now is Cotuit Library Director Jennie Wiley. Thank you so much for joining us. It's just a beautiful day out here.
It is. We're so blessed to have the park right next to the library because we have a lot of people bring books out here to read during the day.
Oh, I bet. What a great spot to sit outside and read.
It is.
You do so many things outside too. We were just talking about a whole list of events that's happening, coming up really soon. Here at the library, you're having an outdoor movie series. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Sure. So last year we actually tried it for the first time. It's a company that comes in, it's called Mobile Outdoor Movies, and they have a blow-up screen. So it actually comes in a very small car. They pull it all out and it's an enormous blown-up screen by the time they're finished. It takes a couple of hours. And then we show the movie, they project it from the back. So the kids come and they're so fascinated by the mechanics of how it works. So they give a tour to the kids first so they can see how it works and what it's doing. And then we all sit up on the hill next to the church, and it's like stadium seating, and we watched the movie. And last year we did Frozen in July, and then we did a second movie in August. And one of my favorite memories will always be 150 kids standing up and singing Let It Go at the same time while we watched Frozen. It was hysterical.
Such a cool thing, and I think that's one of the things I love so much about the libraries and what they provide for our community, because it's not just about books, it's also about providing those activities to bring families together and allow, you know, some free activities out there to enjoy.
Well, it's important because you learn not just from reading, but you learn from experiences. You learn how to be a good citizen by being with other people. You learn how to be friendly and kind by being with other people. And sometimes we have other activities where we're teaching you how to do some kind of art or how to do some kind of music. And so it's important to learn from all the different kinds of ways.
And keep our minds active too during the summer. One of the things I know my son is really excited about is you're having a cartoonist come and help kids learn to draw.
Yes, we had him last year as well. He did a superheroes one last year, I believe. It might have been something different, but his name is Andy Fish, and we're actually doing two programs. So there's one in the afternoon for kids to come and learn, and it's an unlimited seating, so until we can't pack them in anymore. And then there's an evening one for adults. So to teach maybe some other more advanced techniques to the adults who can use their motor skills, their fine motor skills a little better. He's fantastic. He's so interesting, and his work has been in Marvel Comics, DC Comics, all kinds of others, including a few comics that he's done just on his own. So.
And a really good, I mean, what a cool role model for kids to come in and show them that they can do anything that they want to do, and that art can be a profession at times.
Yes, yes. It's really interesting to watch how fascinated the kids are to see what they actually created on their page. And I think the adults will have the same experience. A lot of people will come not ever having attempted to draw or like me and can make a stick figure. But when we're finished with what we've done, following the techniques that he gives us, we've actually got something that looks better than a stick figure on our page. So.
And that activity, I know that you've requested that people sign up in advance. So the best resource, I think, is to visit your website, get the specific date and times, and give you guys a call to sign up.
Yeah, that just helps us actually only track how many people are coming so that we have the correct amount of materials available, because we're providing everything. So that way you don't have to bring anything with you, but we want to make sure we have enough to go around.
And another thing that I know that has been very popular, you guys have occasional stargazing nights. You have these telescopes that you can check out of the library, but you've been using them for these community events. Are you going to have any more stargazing parties this summer?
Yes, we have one every month until I believe October, and then we decided November was too cold. So we have one next week. We're having it at the Cotuit ball field. We are setting up at 8, so it's a little light yet still at 8 o'clock, but it gives people an opportunity to sort of check out the telescopes, for us to explain how they work, for us to explain how we're going to try and find the things in the sky. This time of year we should be able to see Saturn, Pluto, Jupiter and Venus, as well as the moon. And I will tell you, my very first time that we did it was last month, and it was the first time I've ever seen anything in the sky with a telescope. And I was blown away for days after. I kept seeing all the things in my head again, and the moon was amazing. It was absolutely amazing.
There is nothing quite like seeing the sky through a telescope.
Yeah. It's, you know, you see the pictures all the time. You see the Hubble pictures, you see the pictures that are in your school books, but when I saw Jupiter and Saturn, I could see all the rings. I was amazed to see it in person. Nothing I thought that I would ever see in my lifetime.
So cool. I'm definitely going to have to put that on the calendar.
Yes.
Before I let you go, it is summertime. Everyone's hitting the beach with a book.
Yes.
Any recommendations for people this summer? What should we be reading?
I think if you haven't read Go Set a Watchman, you absolutely should. I do know that the wait lists are very long, but I also know that the libraries are buying extra copies in the overdrive system. So if you can't find a paper part of it and you still want to read it, then go look in the overdrive system. I know that we're buying actually probably another 4 copies that are digital books for that way you can use it to see it. Other than that, I would say there's a new Jen Lancaster that came out. That's great beach reading. You can't not do well with a Jen Lancaster beach reading, so I would give those 2 a shot.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you sitting down and telling us about all of the great activities that are happening here at the Cotuit Library.
My pleasure.
For Library Director Jennie Wiley, I'm Sarah Mannel.